Hi, Andrew Coates, owner and co-founder of Salt Studios here. So today and in the making, just want to talk little bit about the final planning meeting that you'll have with your photographer. So when you're planning your wedding photography, there's a lot of elements that you take into consideration when selecting your photographer and who you might want them to be. So there's things like your budget, their style, their availability for one, their location in regards to where your wedding is, whether they're willing to travel, that kind of thing. But usually the last meeting that you have with them might be, varies for all photographers, usually around 2 or 3 weeks before the wedding, just to go through all those final details, just to make sure you've got everything under control, and that you're comfortable with the photographer and that they know what is going on. So one of the things that we'll usually run through at this meeting stage are lists of your family photos. So we're hearing more and more from couples that we do portrait shoots for kids, that sort of thing, potentially have been married a few years ago, that they didn't get a photo with them with their mum, or they didn't get a photo with them with their sister, which are things that the photographer should probably get anyway. They're not really ones that you should need to specify those sort of shots to your photographer. That should be on their list to get anyway. Sometimes if there's families that you grew up with, if there's someone that were like sort of surrogate parents to you, something like that, that can be good things to let your photographer know about. Anything, I guess, that's a little bit out of the ordinary for your family dynamic, that the photographer may miss, that photos that you might want with certain people in that regard. So that's one of the things definitely to cover at that last meeting is your family groups. Secondly is your schedule. And again, being realistic with timing and how long things take. If everything's at the one venue, it does sort of condense that timeline a bit, because you don't have to worry about things like travel, getting to locations, getting everyone into cars, out of cars, that sort of thing. But you still need to figure out when are you wanting to enter the reception, so the catering can all be right. When do you need to be off for photos for the best time for sunset, that kind of thing. So figuring out that schedule in the pre-planning meeting. One of the last things we will also speak about in the last meeting that we have prior to the wedding is when you'll get delivery of the photos post-wedding. So you can be off enjoying your honeymoon, having fun, and then when you get back, you sort of get to relive everything when it's still reasonably fresh after the wedding. So you don't sort of want to be waiting 6 months for your photos. Things like online reviews can be good like that. So if you can find anything that's that people who have worked with your previous photographer before, get feedback from them as to maybe the delivery time, that kind of thing, and then how long everything takes post-wedding. So just a few little tips to take into consideration when you're doing your final meetup with your photographer. As always, questions, email, social medias, we're always happy to help in any way we can.